Hi, I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times on Monday, November 9th. News from Arkansas. Political filing ended at noon today for the March 1st primary election. You may remember the primary was moved up from its normal May date so that Arkansas could vote with other southern states in the Republican presidential primary. This was a move that was meant to help Mike Huckabee. He's not doing very well in the polling. There'll be a slew of presidential candidates on the ballot in Arkansas, both Democratic and Republican. In addition to the names you already know, there are a number of unknowns who want to be on the ballot for reasons known mostly only to them. It's a cinch that the Arkansas legislature will continue to be majority Republican. They far outweigh Democrats in filings. Mathematically, they're guaranteed to have control of both the House and the Senate after this year's elections. Not much news there. The biggest news on the legislative front was the late decision by Senator John Woods not to seek re-election. This came only 17 days after he'd been endorsed by the governor and had a fundraiser to contribute to his campaign treasury to run for the office again. He said he wanted to spend more time at home. We suspect there's more to this story than has yet been published. Stay tuned. In the U.S. Senate race, John Bozeman will face Connor Eldridge as a Democrat, but Bozeman, a Republican, also drew a candidate in the primary. Curtis Coleman, who got beaten badly by Bozeman 6 years ago, wants to try again. He thinks Bozeman's not conservative enough, which might come as a surprise to just about everybody else in Arkansas. Diane Curry is the only Democrat seeking a seat from Congress in Arkansas. She's going to challenge 2nd District Republican French Hill. French Hill also drew a primary opponent, however, on the Republican side, a political unknown from Searcy. The Supreme Court ended with only a race for Chief Justice between Courtney Goodson and Dan Kemp. Shawn Womack, a circuit judge from Mountain Home, former Republican senator, very conservative, drew no opposition for the Supreme Court. To say a day for trial lawyers, that's for sure. Elsewhere, the Center for Public Integrity released a new national report on ethics in state government, on accountability, freedom of information, ethical standards. None of the states did very well. The highest score any state got was a C in Alaska. Arkansas rated a D-. Not good news for Arkansas. We have detailed results of that examination on our website at arkansasblog.com. David Ramsey of the Arkansas Times did a lot of the research for that project. Rock Region Metro, which operates the bus company in central Arkansas, will ask the Quorum Court to put a sales tax increase on the ballot March 1st to enhance the service of the bus company. It needs the money. I think it should get favorable consideration. It'll be hard to pass in the current political climate. That would be a 1/4-cent sales tax in the county. March 1st, the election would be held if the Quorum Court goes along. They likely will. Friday evening, the Greater Little Rock Chamber of Commerce came out in favor of a highway plan for Interstate 30 in Little Rock that widens the Interstate 30 freeway to 10 lanes. This is the proposal that is supposedly still under review by the Highway Department. You have to wonder if the chambers come out in favor of the plan as it's written, whether this thing is a done deal, despite what the Highway Department has said. Go to our Arkansas blog to see how other cities have dealt with freeways. They're tearing them up all over the country. Kansas City, St. Louis, Oklahoma City, Dallas, everywhere is finding better solutions than tearing up downtowns with freeways. So far, Arkansas likes to do things the old-fashioned way. Interesting news out of Missouri, and it doesn't have a direct relationship to Arkansas, but I think it could, depending on how things turned out. The president of the University of Missouri System, Tim Wolf, resigned because of a rising controversy over his handling of some racial matters on campus. The final straw, I think, was the football team's threat to boycott. Yes, athletic departments can have a great deal of influence in the operation of universities. This is a lesson that a lot of people around the country will view with some alarm, I would think. And finally, I owe a closeout on something I mentioned last week. Yes, somebody tried to get through security at the Little Rock Airport with 50 rounds of live ammunition. Yes, something was done about that ammunition. The Transportation Security Administration will not say who that person was, even or if there was a fine assessed. My sources have said it was a public figure, but without their confirmation, I can't go further than that. But if you get 50 rounds of ammunition taken from you at the airport and have a problem with it, let me know, and we'll ask them if they did the same for you that they did for this person who came through last week. I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back tomorrow.
You feel it in your heart. The spirit of Little Rock. We've had that spirit since 1927, helping build our city by producing decades of leaders in the heart of our state. We are the heart of business and innovation, the heart of politics and government, the heart of arts and culture, and in our city beats the heart of a Trojan. UALR, we are Little Rock's team and Little Rock's University.